Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. Today I'm doing the last winter inspiration challenge for Mercy Tiara, which was to scrap lift somebody from the hop. So I am going to scrap lift Moira. I really wanted to scrap lift Crystal's awesome layery layout, but I could not make my layers work. So I went with Moira. I'm still going to scrap lift Crystal, just I needed to get this done before the deadline. Second one was to use a paper smushing technique. So this is a mixed media technique, and I thought it was kind of funny because last week's challenge was to use watercolor. I could not find my watercolors anywhere. So I watered down acrylic paint and used the smushing technique. So I think it's funny that this week we actually have the smushing technique as a challenge. But because I kind of did that last week, I hunted down my watercolors. I was like, I didn't have watercolors for the watercolor challenge, so I'm finding them and I'm using them for the paper smushing challenge. So I'm just using that peachy color and that tealy color because those are the two main colors in the papers I'm going to be using, and I'm just doing this smushing technique with some packaging. I'm just using a water brush there to pick up some of the color and smush it around with some water. Super easy. You can't mess this one up. It's a super fun mixed media technique that I encourage you to try. Make sure if you're using more than one color, you let the colors dry in between or they can get super muddy. So I just made sure that that peach was completely dry before I went back with the teal. But I am happy with that, so I'm going to bring in my paper collection. I am using it's a color book, I think it's called color book, collection called Mint Julep. It's a super old collection. I got it from Walmart a long time ago, and I only have scraps left. But what I really liked about Moira's layout, see I'm pulling it up there on my phone. I zoomed in on the layers so I could really see the proportion. And I'm turning her design on its side just because she used 2 landscape photos. I'm using 2 portrait photos, so I just kind of turned the whole design so the proportion would still be accurate. Anywho, I forgot completely what I was talking about. Oh, her design. I really like it because you can make this design using scraps. The way it's layered up, you can really cheat the system and stretch your scraps. Even this long piece I didn't have to use because some of the other layers cover up a gap of it. And whenever that happens, you can use small bits and stretch it behind the other layers to make it look like large bits. So I really appreciate that about the design. But I'm basically just going to copy her layers exactly how they are. I'm just turning them all on their side. So I'm just trying to figure out of the scraps I have left, which ones are the right size to do that. I'm really wanting to bring in that floral. So I'm keeping an eye on that one. I'm even using a branding strip for that layer. And then I'll bring in one of the other papers. If you saw the album flip of my brother's present with using the Hey Mister, the My Mind's Eye collection, this is the collection I used for my mom's album. Just a little, if that interests you. And then, yes, I end up bringing in that orange and pink floral. I really liked that butterfly paper as well, but it was going in the wrong direction for these layers. So I end up fussy cutting a few of the butterflies and using them as an embellishment. But I just want to get all of these main layers down because I know for sure those are where they're going to go. And then I'm just going to start building from my clusters from here. I think 4 of these scraps have branding strip, like hole punches on them. So I'm just making sure that those are tucked behind the other layers so there's not a hole peeking out. But here I'm just going to fussy cut a few of those butterflies out really quick. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to use them, but the colors coordinate really well. And if you look at Moira's inspiration photo, the layout she made, I'm really trying to pull in a lot of the icons that she brought into hers. She had butterflies, florals, leaves, a bow, so I'm really trying to make a conscious effort to pull in those types of things. And this precious little baggie of happiness came from Jennifer. Thank you so much. She's one of my awesome subscribers, and she sent me this little baggie. Actually, she sent me a whole box of stuff. This is just one of the things in the whole box of stuff, which is a whole bag of very intricately cut out die cuts, including a whole handful of doilies in different colors, and I was so excited when I saw them. So I wanted to pull in one of the white ones, and I really liked how this one looks, so I'm gonna make sure to incorporate that. But I want to say thank you, you're amazing. And then my title, these are thickers. They're gold foil on mint foam. They're called Happy. And what I did was I pulled up on my phone. Okay, so Bennett's wearing a onesie from a Dr. Seuss book called Oh, the Places You'll Go. So I basically just pulled up quotes from the book. I knew a lot of the quotes, but a lot of them were either too long or, of course, Dr. Seuss uses a lot of alliteration and rhyming. So it would kill my entire thicker pack doing some of the quotes because it would have used up all the letters. But this one I thought was super appropriate, very sweet. It was one of the shorter ones, so just a quote from that book that says, "Kid, you'll move mountains." And Bennett looks precious in his little Dr. Seuss onesie, so I thought that was perfect. Moira also did a longer title broken up into 2 spots on her layout, so I really wanted to mimic that on mine as well. So I got that down, and now I'm just working on my visual triangle, making a cluster in 3 separate areas. So the first thing I did was I just laid the butterflies out in 3 separate areas and spaced them to where it looked good to my eye. And then, of course, I put the doily on 2 of the areas, and basically I'm just going to build up my clusters from there. Like I mentioned, I wanted to bring in a bow because Moira had used a bow in that side cluster, and so I pulled in this We Are Memory Keepers Wildflower gold pleather bow, which I thought was super cute. It also brought that gold into a 3rd area to continue that visual triangle. So I'm enjoying that. And then I wanted to bring in some pink labels because they were a little peachy colored, and I thought it went well with the collection. I was also struggling to try and build up and beef up these clusters because they were looking plain for the longest time. And adding a label to the back of your clustered layers really helps kind of fill it out a little bit. So I just put one of those pink labels in each of those 3 areas. And now I am pulling in some mint plastic gems. Those came in the Scrapbook Nerd Valentine's mini kit that I bought. You saw that collection a few layouts back. And I'm just doing a visual triangle of 3 in each cluster. So I'm just spreading those gems out around the butterfly basically. Those are super cute. I've never used plastic gems before. It's usually enamel dots or Nuvo drops or something like that, but those are super cute. They were the perfect color as well. Then I just wanted a little more gold, so I brought in my gold Huddy Swap Color Shine. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit on the diagonal. And then I'm still wanting a little something more in the clusters, so I pulled out my Tim Holtz Tiny Word stickers, and I'm just picking out 3 that I thought were applicable. Memory, Adore, and Cherish. So I'm going to pop one of those on each of those butterflies. I'm going to have to go get those Tim Holtz, the snarky ones. Moira was reading off of the pack that she just got, and they are hysterical. I'm really going to go have to find that pack now because it was so funny. And then these are some acetate leaves. I mentioned I wanted to bring in some leaves. That was another thing that Moira had on her layout. So I found these blue ones. They have gold foil on the tips, so I like that it brought a little bit more gold in as well. So I'm just going to tuck one of those into each of those 3 clusters. And I think that's where I finish off with the clusters. I was happy after that. Yep, here are the close-ups. So cute. Here's some of the mixed media you can see really well. There's some good close-ups of the clusters. So you guys are blowing my mind. I said this the past 2 times. We have surpassed 400 subscribers. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. And the person who won the 300 subscriber giveaway never replied. And it's been about a month. So I'm calling it. We are going to give that Tuesday morning haul with some stash goodies, a little something something from Jennifer because she gave me a few doubles of stuff, so I'm going to try and share the love. So that whole giveaway box of stuff will be for this new giveaway. So this is the video. Make sure your subscriber comment in this video. It could be a comment about anything that will enter you to win the giveaway. I will give you a week and I will redraw the winner let's say next Friday. I don't even know what next Friday is. But yes, so make sure you check back to see if you're the winner. I tried to contact the winner of the last giveaway several different ways, and I just never got a hold of her, so I hope the new winner will contact me back and enjoy this whole box of goodies. I cannot wait to send it to you. But yeah, thanks guys for watching. Bye.